this is actually one of the most inspirational South African stories you will ever hear. This 21-year-old showed up at my event, black with no money, 4 years ago. And he comes up to me, and he's very shy, and he says to me, "One day, I will be on your stage." I said, "When you're successful, call me, and you will be on my stage." 4 years later, he is now 25 years old, and he has achieved amazing success. I still remember the first time I saw him 4 years ago. Shy, introvert, and now he's a success story after 4 years. And he did it with persistence, passion, perseverance, and he must have come to almost every single event I had, free or paid or anything. And he did it. And you know what? Not only did he did it, he's the guy before Jenna Clifford. And ladies and gentlemen, I think we should stand up and honor this 25 years old whose dream was to be on stage, and now as a massive 25 years old, please give a big round of applause for South Africa's own Mufundu! He did it! Wait till he tells you how much money he's making. I want some of that Mufundu money.
Hi, everyone. How are you guys doing? I'd just like to ask, how many of you here have faced tragedies and challenges in your life that you never thought you could recover from? So, I'm 25 years old. I was taken care of by my mother growing up because my father passed away when I was 8 years old, and my dad and my mother passed away when I was 12. So I was taken care of by my grandmother after my parents passed away. So when I was taken care of by my grandmother, she really instilled confidence in me and took good care of me. But she passed away when I was only 16 years old, and in that same year, I failed grade 9 in high school. And after that happened, my uncle then took care of me. He showed me what I needed to do to become successful in life, and he really inspired me and motivated me. But when I was 18 years old, he passed away. He was shot just outside our home due to sex-related violence which was happening at the time. And what really helped me heal with everything I was going through at the time was my love and passion for playing soccer. I started playing soccer from the age of 8, and my dream was to one day become a professional soccer player. But when I was 19 years old, I was involved in a car accident where I was knocked over by my auntie in our driveway at home, and that's how I became an amputee. So I then had to drop out of university because my recovery process was going to take quite some time. So what really helped me heal with everything I was going through at the time is this quote by Wayne Dyer, which says, "When you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change." So I spent some time in the hospital, and what really helped me heal with everything I was going through is that I focused on not where I was, but where I wanted to become. And that was my motivation and inspiration every day. And even though I was going through a lot of pain, I just kept focusing on where I wanted to be. So I then went back to university to start over my diploma. And for the first 6 months, I was walking on crutches on one leg in university. But what really helped me during that period is that I was focused on my studies, and that's why I graduated from my period diploma with 11 out of 17 distinctions. I was awarded the top student in my class. The following year, I then completed my degree in PR. I started my public relations company with only 1,135.50 cents when I was only 20 years old. So I now have my own company. We have our own office space in Durban, and we're looking at branching out to Johannesburg very soon. So you might ask me, what is my calling? My calling is to inspire and motivate people, especially those who have faced certain challenges and tragedies in their life. I want to make them believe in their dreams and make them believe that they can overcome any challenges that they might face in their lives and achieve their dreams. That is my calling. This is a picture of me and a young man who He was involved in an accident where he lost both his legs, and his family knew my story and asked me to go speak to him. So I just went to go speak to him in hospital, and he was very suicidal at the time. I shared my story with him, and that motivated him and inspired him, and today he's completing his studies to become a teacher because that is his passion now. So you might ask me, so how many of you would like me to share what I have learned and my formula for success? So I always say to people that it doesn't matter where or how you start, the most important thing is getting started. So firstly, we have here turning tragedy to strategy, which is about utilizing a strategy to drive a plan for a better life. I call this the turning tragedy into strategy cycle, which is about turning a problem into an opportunity. Then we have the three levels of thinking, which are the norm, the average, and the extraordinary. And I always say that people who are in the norm are always comfortable with the status quo. They're not willing to do whatever it takes to succeed, and their lives are defined by their circumstances. People who are average are comfortable with what they have. They're not willing to push themselves beyond past performance and have limiting beliefs. Then people who are extraordinary are always willing to take risks and always seeking ways to improve continuously. Then which one of these are you? So then we have positive thinkers and negative thinkers. And one of my favorites here is that positive thinkers always say that it's difficult, but it's going to be worth it. While negative thinkers see failure as a sign and easily give up on their dreams. Then we have the three-step goal-setting system. And I love this quote by Zig Ziglar, which says, you don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. So firstly, we have here, what do you want to achieve? Why do you want to achieve it? And what action do you need to take? What do you need to do to get from where you are to where you want to be? Then I have what I call the 5 critical questions on life's purpose. And Mark Twain once said, the 2 most important days in your life is the day that you are born and the day that you figure out why. So then we have, you need to know who are you? What do you want to achieve? Why do you want to achieve it? When do you expect to achieve it? And how are you going to achieve it? And this is a picture of me and my uncle. My uncle was my mentor. He was someone I looked up to growing up, and he really inspired me to become a better person. He was the father that I never had. I am standing here in front of you today because this man believed in me when I didn't believe in myself. Then next we have friends. Show me your friends, and I will show you your future. I believe that there are 4 different types of friends. We have friends who love you unconditionally. We have friends who love you because of what you are, not who you are. Then you have friends who pretend to love you just because they want to benefit from you. Then lastly, you have friends who want to be associated with you, but don't really care about you. So who are you surrounding yourself with? So this is a summary of everything that we've talked about. And final considerations. Are you living a life of purpose? What about your attitude? How are you making a difference? It's your call. In conclusion, I turned my pain into a life-changing strategy, motivational speeches, a company, and a book. What are you turning your pain into? In conclusion, I'd like to close off my talk with this quote that I always share. In life, when something happens to you, you have 2 choices. You either allow it to make you better, or you let it make you bitter. Which will you choose? Thank you.